an anticipated movie for me in the year of 2019, but I recently saw it like 2 weeks ago. Ford v Ferrari. Ford v Ferrari.
You're going to build a car to beat old man Ferrari
Yeah.
with Ford, with a Ford.
Correct.
And how long did you tell them that you needed? 200-300 years?
90 days.
I was kind of skeptical at first of the movie because it's Ford versus Ferrari. A Ford, really, against a Ferrari? I thought this was a fiction story. I didn't know this was actually real. But since it was real, it made it a lot more interesting. After The Departed, I cannot see Matt Damon the same again. And Christian Bale, I always see him as Christian Bale, but this one, he is actually like, he's not Christian Bale in this. He sounds and acts like a completely different person. And I like that about the movie. And the movie is actually about cars. It's some movies about cars always, like, not always, but sometimes always, like, go into the drama of the characters. I'm like, I wanted to see the cars. I never wanted to see the drama of the characters. Like Fast and the Furious. Actually, I can't say anything about Fast and the Furious. I've never seen Fast and the Furious. But maybe that, I don't know. But stuff like that. Like, I was skeptical of this movie because I don't know if it will go into the character's drama. It did, but not in an annoying way. Well, for me, I find it sometimes very annoying if it goes way super deep and forgets about the cars. But I'm glad it does include character drama, but it actually improves the story of the cars. I realized when they were racing, all the cars of Ford were the same exact car. They were not, like, Christian Bale's character, he was working on a car, like one type of model. I don't know really much about cars, except the tires and steering wheel. I'm just kidding. I kind of know something about cars, but I don't know the models exactly. But he was building building like a modified model of a car, if that made sense. So to make it faster, but in the end they just used the same kind of model of car for like the Ford when they were entered into the competition. When they entered or something, they were used the same kind of model. The Ferrari car looked very weird to me. I don't know, honestly. It just looked weird. At the end, when the guy who owns Ferrari, no, not Ferrari, Ford, in the end when he says, you know what, how about let's, like, no, it's not the guy who owns it. It was his, like, assistant or something. He's like, how about all three of the cars pass the finish line? Ford. Imagine that, winning a famous race. That would be a cool cover for a newspaper. I don't know what the race is called, I forgot. But the owner was like, that's a good idea, let's do that. He asked Christian Bale's character to do that. And then Christian Bale was, no, I'm not gonna, why, Matt Damon, why would you tell me that they gonna ask me? You know I'm not gonna do it. He does it either way, because that's sportsmanship. But he loses the race. Not loses, but he loses the race. He got second place by a technicality, because he slowed down to catch up with the other cars to make that picture. But since he slowed down, the other car like got faster, and he technically won because the Christian Bale's car slowed down. I was not expecting that in the end. I'm not gonna spoil the end. I know I spoil a lot of stuff in the movies, but I'm not gonna spoil the end of this movie. I was not expecting that. I felt sad. I didn't cry. I just felt sad. I don't exactly know if this was to be a serious moment or a funny moment. I found that an extremely hilarious moment. When Matt Damon was like, when the beginning of the movie, they're like, okay, come, now you're fired. Come back, now you're fired. And then now he's like, can you come back, please? And then Christian Bale's like, are you gonna fire me again? And then they fight. I don't know. I just found that hilarious. I find guys after fighting, they're literally fist fighting, and then after like 2 seconds later, they're drinking a Coke together. So Yeah, we don't take stuff seriously. Or is it Pepsi or Coke? I don't know. Product placement. So overall, I was very pleased with Ford versus Ferrari. I bought the movie off of Redbox because it was $2 for $3 for a Blu-ray, I think, something like that. Very good deal, especially for this movie. I do very much enjoy this movie because for once, a movie about cars is about cars.